Perfect. Check, check. Oh, there we go. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and we're back on another live stream. I am really excited about this. This is live stream number 2, giving this another chance. Uh, and I already see Crimea River. Thank you for joining. This is awesome. I'm so glad that you're here. I am. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just like I said, giving this another try. I'm starting to learn a few things. I first of all want to give a huge shout out to the Forge TCG. Forge brother, thank you so much for helping me out today and kind of walking me through everything that is needed for this. This was, yeah, I'm starting to learn some new things. I got some new tricks. Got that kind of starting splash screen. I still got to figure out some things here and there, but yeah, I'll get there. I learn pretty quickly, but yeah, yeah. It's let's see. I Okay. So, just like we did yesterday, I am simply trying to do a lot of the background work that, normally I would do off camera kind of thing. But I figured that I would go ahead and start doing these kind of live streams that would allow people to kind of see the more raw, behind the scenes work that gets done, and give them an opportunity not only to be able to, view the content and how it's kind of progresses behind the scenes, but to be able to kind of hang out, interact, and kind of do all that stuff. So it just thought it'd be kind of a cool opportunity to do that. Um, Oh, Cry Mirror. No, that's not a big deal. I saw your message before hopping on here. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to reply to it just yet, but yeah, no, I completely understand. It's one of those that you know I'm still learning how to set all these stuff up to be able to run these more efficiently. I'm hoping to be able to start like when these come up to do a better job at scheduling them and giving everybody kind of a better heads up rather than just, hey, I'm here, I'm live, and I feel like that would kind of be a little bit easier for people to know, hey, I've got some lead up time, and give everyone an opportunity to be able to join and participate. Like I said, it's kind of what this is going to be. Is just one of those kind of sit back, relax, enjoy some gameplay in the background while at the same time being able to you know chit chat and interact. I think that's kind of a cool concept, and I think it would be kind of a cool way to go about things. So I wanted to continue harvesting and doing contracts to build up some extra cash, because for the next episode I've got a couple of ideas to kind of piggyback off of what I've done already for the grain mill that I've installed over on the west side of the map there. So I wanted to be able to continue to build up some product. Unfortunately, it's turned off at the moment because I have no diesel in there. But that's fine, because we're gonna hopefully be able to try and address that in the next episode. So let's see. We've got okay, some wheat. Yeah, we can get some more wheat in there. Let's do that. We'll borrow that. So Crimea River, how have you been? Oh, actually, it looks like you may have... Oh no, it shows you're there. Why is it showing 0 viewers? Huh, weird. Okay, let's do this. Nope. Hop in this. Doing fantastic. Just really excited. To be honest with you, I'm like I said earlier, I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out, but I love to learn. So it's one of those that now that I kind of have the opportunity to kind of do things, and uh, like I said earlier, the Forge TCG, another fellow YouTuber, uh, and he might be a little upset about this one, but uh, he's, I think, what's called a PokeTuber. I think it's something to do with Pokemon, or it's, I know it's something to do with Pokemon, but I think it's like their moniker kind of thing. So he was able to uh, give me all sorts of insight and advice on how to set up live streams and to kind of do all that stuff to make a better experience for everybody and make things a little bit easier on me. So I'm long story short, I'm doing fantastic. I'm really excited to do something new. But yeah. Oh, you downloaded Precision Farming. Nice. Um, have you played with it at all before downloading it today, or if you just mainly kind of uh, gone based off of like things that you've seen, well, myself and potentially other YouTubers do? Alright, got that all loaded up. Now I can take this down to farmland number 10. What I'll do, I think again I'll just have them take it because I'll get all the stuff distributed where it needs to go. There we go. Alright. Alright, now let's go in here. You know what? Are these all tedding? Oh no, there's a... Ooh, there is a baling, silage baling. Ooh, that's some good money right there. Wow, I have a couple of them. Ooh. Okay. Let's do this one. Where's 21? 21. There it is. Okay. I'm going to accept that one. Let's get this off the road before the harvester shows up. Oh yeah, you see Mr. Sealy P use it? That's awesome. I like Mr. Sealy P. I catch him every once in a while, but honestly, since kind of doing the YouTube myself, I haven't had as much of an opportunity to kind of keep up with all the other streamers and all the content they produce. Um, uh, let's see. Lower that. Drop that. Raise that. There we go. It's like a whole procedure when it comes to this mower. I really do like this mower. This is I don't want to say it's my favorite because it's a little bit small, but the fact that it's got a built-in conditioner to make hay, that is awesome. So let's see. Gonna head out to that field, start mowing. I'm gonna actually did the oh, he did get out there. Oh, okay. Let me pull out the side of the road over here. Bum, 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 bum. Where can I set this? Ooh. I'm gonna drive into the field. I guess it really doesn't matter. Like I said, this kind of stream is more meant to be, well, this and what's going to be going forward, more just kind of the behind the scenes. Oh, come on now, you can do it. Just kind of the behind the scenes, sit back, relax, and just hang out with whoever wants to show up, whoever wants to chat, um, as well as just being able to get the work done and that needs to get done in the background. So I wasn't expecting to do, two live streams back to back. Oh my goodness. Nope, gotta unfold. Wasn't expecting to do two live streams back to back, but ended up, kind of going through everything, kind of taking inventory of how I wanted the next episode to go, and then kind of realizing that I need to be able to have a bit more money because what I'm planning on doing is going to be a bit more expensive. Um, but I really feel like it's going to help make that grain mill uh, more sustainable. Let's see. How does this feel shaped? Um, Ooh, weirdly, that's how it's shaped. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of that stuff. Where is... Get rid of those. Okay. Alright, so it's kind of shaped a little weird, but that's alright. I'll be able to... set a worker, probably going, what, east to west? Probably be the best way. Oh, and there's trees and stuff over there, so I'll have to probably do two passes on the other side. So, Crimea River, did you do anything interesting today? Just get to enjoy your Saturday, or let's see. Once I can get a worker going here, I'll go ahead and jet back over to the mower and get them going. But yeah, I think one headland will do. I don't think I need to worry about doing two. This is kind of a wider pickup header, so oof, I didn't catch that all. There we go. Oh no, what'd you do? Hopefully it wasn't a big mistake like what I did trying to plow out all those pens and pastures. Oh my goodness. When I did that, I had to do something like $200,000, $300,000 worth of repairs just to get it to look even halfway decent. If I remember right, I even had to go into like a decent amount of debt in order to fix that mistake. That was, oh, I was shaking my head pretty hard about that one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, hello. There's just a giant hole in the middle of this field. Where did that come from? My goodness. It's funny just how you just randomly discover things. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on, Harvester, you can do it. Come on. You got this. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to finish doing the headland around here. Once I'm done with the headland, I will set the worker loose. I'll go back to the mower deck over on the other side of the map by the farm, actually just across the street from the farm, and then get that going, get a worker going over there, and then I can make the bales. That once I make the bales, I'll be able to just go right at selling them off, and I've got so much bale product at the farm that I really don't need to keep anything at the moment. Okay, so yeah, so I'll be able to go east to west, but this one's kind of off-centered, so I have to kind of come at this at an angle. Oh no. Oh. I feel your pain there. I've done that more than my fair share of times. It's so frustrating when you're like all set and ready to go on, either a contract or doing like even your own fields, and you end up, kind of making the wrong product, and there's no coming back, no returning from that. It's so frustrating. Come on, tractor, you got this. Well, I'm sorry that that happened to you. Oh dear, oh dear. Calamity, tragedy, stop! What are you doing to me? Hey, 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 now what are you doing? Oh my, oh. There we go. Okay. But if I remember correctly, if you cancel a grass contract, I don't think it charges you for missing product. Now, I could be mistaken about that, so at least I'm hoping at least you didn't have to miss out on any, big, uh, or pay any big penalties. That's what I'm trying to say. And hopefully it was just a, missing out on the contract kind of thing. I know I've done like a seating contract in the past, and it's during one of those months where multiple. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So you missed out on a lot of good money to. Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry to hear that, but but no, I was doing some seeding contracts, and it was one of those parts of the season where multiple products could be planted in that time, and I just wasn't paying any attention whatsoever. I thought I had switched everything over to the proper uh, planting or proper product that was supposed to go into the ground, and unfortunately, just nope. And I planted like more than like 3/4 of the field, and then realized, oh no, I planted the wrong product, so I missed out on all the seeds, all the well, I actually think I turned off the fertilizer, like I unloaded it, but yeah, I just ate so much product, and missed out on the contract. So it's just it was terrible. Let's see, and this is 21. Oh, this is the one that's at the end of the dirt road. Okay. Yeah, so we'll get this going, and then we'll grab the big Steiger. Love that. Love that tractor. But grab that Steiger there and go ahead and just bale and wrap it. Oh, that just dawned on me. This will be the first time that anybody sees the actual bale, at least on this channel. I'm sure people have seen it, in use, but be able to actually see it being used. Um, nope, wrong road. Turn around. Yeah, because before I was doing hay contracts, so it was mainly just illustrating the bale turner, but this one will actually show. Oh, that's the road. No, no, that is the road. Okay. But that'll be the first time where anybody's kind of from the channel will be able to see how fast that thing wraps. It's, whew. What's great about that baler too is it's only like 60,000 to start, and I mean it doesn't get that much more expensive after you start putting on add-ons and stuff like that. So it's really, really nice baler. Considering other balers that are in its same league are well over $100,000, and that's not including any add-ons. You know, it being only that much is kind of a breath of fresh air. So let's see, let's pull in here. Lower, turn on, let's go. Oh, it is. I think it's probably one of my favorite balers in this game. Um, it's really fast. It allows the uh, kind of continual baling because it's a bale wrapper, and how do I want to say it? It's a bale wrapper, but it also like has that multi-chamber system to big trees, to where it kind of has that pre-fill chamber where it loads a majority of the chamber, and then all of a sudden shifts everything to the secondary chamber, and like finishes off the bale. But for this particular one, they increased the speed and uh, made it to where like you really don't slow down. You don't lose a whole ton of momentum, kind of thing. And it also allows, because it's sped up, it allows you to maintain, like, I think 10 miles an hour or 11 miles an hour, as opposed to, dropping you down to like 6 miles per hour like the normal fast baler does. So it's a really cool upgrade. And then there's a secondary version of that same baler that, it's like the hyperdrive version, like the it went to plaid kind of version. I I hope you got that reference. But they went to plaid. That's awesome. I'm glad that you got it. Uh, One of my favorite movies. Although I haven't watched it in a really long time. I really should. John Candy and Rick Moranis, they did such a great job in that. And can't forget about, uh, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks. There we go. Probably one of my favorite scenes is Rick Moranis, uh, freaking out. Yogurt! I hate yogurt! Even with strawberries! I giggle like a little child every time. Okay, let's go grab. Yes! The magic. So yeah, there's actually two versions of this baler. So if I go here just real fast, under balers and yes, so there's the quick bale here and 60,000 base. Even if you go like full bore and add the rear hitches, the silage tank, you're talking 61,000 for this one. This is the exact same one. I just branded mine out with the case stuff. Hey, Dust Bunny, good to see you again. But this one here, this is the quicker version of this. And this one, again, same thing, everything, but it just runs at a much faster pace. Sure. Yeah, I've always heard that YouTube is rather kind of fidgety when it comes to notifications. I was mentioning earlier how I'm going to try and get better about using the scheduling system for the live streams, so that way it actually will show a title notification uh, prior to going live, kind of thing. So I want to be able to at least give people at least a few hours of notice, so if they want to join there, they can. It doesn't just kind of hit people all of a sudden. But I did see your comments. I have not had a chance to get back to them just yet. Things got a little bit crazy today. Nothing bad or nothing like that. Just was busy today, but had a lot of family stuff to do. But yeah, I'm now excited to be able to show you just how cool this baler is, because like I said, this one's actually the toned down version of this baler. Oh, no worries about novels. I if you haven't been able to tell just by the one live stream that I do, or by the videos that I produce. I can get a little wordy too, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that personally. Being able to get your words out there, it's not necessarily a bad thing. All right, so we're just getting this over. How's that? Oh, did I miss the notification that it's full again? I must have. Oh, well, I'll unload it in a second. So I'm just gonna take this over and park it and let the mower kind of get a little ways ahead of me. Now the cool thing about this baler is this it does have rear hitches, and in the previous episode that I did when I had the baler prior to this one, so there's the square baler, the one before this one, and then this one, where I tried to hook up the rear hitch. I thought it worked similar to this one, to where it could hook up to any kind of trailer or anything like that. But I know for a fact that this one does work. Um, so if you want to be able to do like a complete train of vehicle, windrower like I've got here, baler, and then trailer, this one will do it. And as long as you got a, tractor that's strong enough to pull everything. I did it again. Went into the wrong. Ay, ay, ay. Now see, that's the only negative about you know sitting there and gabbing away is you get distracted. Ah, well, so let's see. Yes, here it is. This is where I want to go. Now, Crimea River, you said that you played on this map as well. Do you have any problems like there throughout town? Like if you ride up on a curb, how the entire vehicle, regardless of its size, just kind of gets thrown out of proportion and lunged into buildings? Like, am I? I can't be the only one that has that kind of experience on this map. So this windrower is actually here. Let's go ahead and park this. Here we go. Under windrowers, this is called. Yes, here it is. It's the Lizard Trail windrower. It's under the Lizard Trail windrower mods pack. Um, and it kind of goes hand in hand with these two here. So you got the front windrower and trailed windrower. So depending on what kind of setup you have, you can use either one. I tend to like the trailed windrower because um, it puts the windrower closer to the collector. So one other perk about this particular baler is that it's got a very wide pickup. So you'll actually kind of pick up items from like maybe about out to here with this baler, and that's on both sides. Yeah, okay. So it's not just me. Good, good, good. I'm glad that glad that's the case. For the longest time, it's like, oh, maybe it's my map or maybe it's something that I'm doing. Oof. All right, well, that harvester probably needed that second headland on this side, like I mentioned earlier. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, come on. Hey, you know what? If the animation turns on, it's close enough. So where is this going again? Oh, is it the cereals? Oh yeah, no, I I caught that too. Yeah, not a big deal. No, that's for the bailing. Yeah, the okay, the place that I can't pronounce. Oh my goodness, it feels like this thing's hauling around a submarine. There we go. Let's see. Oh wow, it's almost done. Sweet. All right, well, if that's the case, dun 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 dun. I need like some dramatic music. You know what? Maybe one of these days, if I start doing very well with YouTube, and the algorithm gods smile upon me or something like that, I'll be able to one day afford, kind of the stream decks or the more specialized equipment that will, I push a button, then all of a sudden it just, you know, makes noises or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, so oh my goodness, come on, turn. You got this. Oh, turn too much, turn too much. Oh, that's no, that's not gonna work. Okay, I think no, stop the wiggling. There we go. All right, so let me kind of zoom in here. Now for the moment of truth. So it loads that front chamber. Now it kicks the bale back to the rear chamber. Now it ejects it. Pow. Oh, hey, there's a fence. You know what? Normally I don't go for the articulating tractors. It's actually very rare, but for some reason for this series I've kind of gravitated towards them, and I don't know why. Um, because I always have issues like this. I get the whole slithering effect. Yeah, so that's the other thing that was part of a more recent update for this baler is made it to where it would actually put that little bale turner on the backside. So whenever you're going around, and it's so been. Oh, hey, it helped if I turn on the mower. It's so beneficial on a map, especially like this one, where there's a whole lot of undulations and stuff on the fields that can really kind of make your bales roll. That was something I was experiencing very early on with other balers. Is the bales would pop out, and being round bales, if they were on any sort of incline or anything along those lines, they were going into lakes and or not lakes but rivers here. Um, it just doing all sorts of stuff that would just, in the end get so frustrating. And then they added that, and it was a complete game changer for me. I knew as soon as that update came out in this baler, I was going to buy it. It was going to be, oh no, oh no 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 do no, you are not taking this deck into the woods. Yes, yes. I want to go one way and the tractor decides to go another. 100%. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get this out to the main road and then set it up to go. I'm thinking that more than likely it's not going to be able to make it, but I'm going to try either way. I'll probably have to catch it somewhere down the road. There we go. Do 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 do. Aha. So here, let me pan out just a little way so I can get everything in view. But yeah, you can see I'm going, it's bouncing between 9 and 10 miles an hour, but the fact that I'm able to maintain that to where the normal quick, or not quick bail, but the fast bail, like the Kubota version or I think, I think Giants put out a version of the fast bail. But either one of those, I think, max out at 6 miles an hour when you're doing silage, like this here. But again, the problem with that one I find is that the pickup is so narrow, um, that it makes it very, very difficult to, grab anything. Yeah, that definitely is, probably about my only complaint on this map besides the curves, um, is the fact that the one animal pen, for some inexplicable reason, is out in the middle of nowhere. Oh man, no. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I think that, um, that's, you know what? Something just reminded me. Um, I'm probably going to be making an announcement for the channel here and later on throughout a couple of my normal episodes. Um, so I'm hoping that. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm hoping that everything kind of works out the way that I'm uh, intending it to work out. But we'll kind of see how things go. But you know what, Crimea River? I wholeheartedly agree. Normally, if certain aspects of the farm are broken up across multiple locations on the map, those are maps I tend to avoid. But this one, for some reason, has such a charm and such an appeal to it, um, that I think it's very easy to kind of ignore that. Um, oh, and my dog is kicking his food bowl for some reason. All right, so, oh, here, you know what? I'll go ahead and just make the announcement right now. No sense in waiting until later on, kind of thing. But so I have some amazing news. I think it's pretty cool. Um, as you all know, here recently I passed over the 500 subscriber mark. Um, with that happening, YouTube recently made some changes. Um, so normally, what would happen is, uh, you get monetized, as a YouTuber at 1,000 subscribers. Because they recently made changes, though, they made a tiered uh, monetization program. And part of that tier was the lowering of the required subscribers, that being 500 subscribers. So here over the past couple of days, I've been going back and forth with YouTube through their review boards, and I recently have been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, allowing me certain uh, extra privileges. Now, it's nothing like uh, it's more like of the community based privileges. So as of right now, I can do memberships, and that's kind of the big thing that I'm going to set up here in the next probably couple of days, um, and try and uh, develop some really cool perks that I think that people may want to be a part of. Um, and likely what I'll end up doing is reaching out to people in the community and seeing what kind of perks uh, they'd be kind of most interested in. Now, there's only going to be so much that I'll be able to do because of how limited my time is. Um, Typically after 9 o'clock at night, that's when my daughter goes to bed, and that's when I can kind of hop on and do my thing. But I have been discussing it with my wife, and uh, she realizes that there's things that can be done on, being able to kind of expand out some time every once in a while. So it's one of those that maybe we'll be able to do uh, maybe some uh, monthly giveaways, or some members only content and videos, or some I mean, who knows? It's one of those that I've really got to like sit down, think about it, and see how well those things could actually be, um, how they can be scalable. Um, because what I don't want to necessarily have happen, and I would feel incredibly guilty if anything like this were to happen. What I don't want to have happen is people start to sign up for these memberships and potentially, you know, oh, see, there's the curb. There's the curb. It attacked me. Let me go. There we go. Um, but no, like I was saying, I'd feel incredibly guilty if I, started making these memberships, and so many people potentially got interested in them and was unable to fulfill commitments at that point. And I can't um, like take away time from my family. Like they're obviously the most important thing in my life, and I do this for fun, kind of thing, and and in the hopes of bringing entertainment and joy to people who subscribe to me. That's the ultimate goal, is to just have fun and to kind of bring entertainment. That's what I want to do, but I don't want to necessarily uh, put something out there that I cannot see through for one reason or another. So, long story short, after sitting down with my wife and kind of hammering out what can and can't be done, what things I can commit to, then that will probably be rolling out here in the next probably week or two, is kind of what I'm guessing, once we can finally kind of sit down um, and really kind of hammer out the things that can and can't be done. But yeah, no, it's something I'm really excited about. That was probably one of the most unexpected changes that YouTube has made here in a while. So when they did that and they announced that they were going to do it, um, yeah, once I crossed that 500 subscriber count, that kind of perk became activated. So yeah, it was very very exciting, and thank you both for the congratulations. It's I'll be honest with you, it's um, not to well, no, I'll go ahead and say it. It's subscribers like the two of you who really make this like so much fun and really makes me want to work as hard as I do to bring the content to uh to like I said to do what I can to just at a minimum bring enjoyable content, or at a maximum put a smile on somebody's face. That's the ultimate goal, is at the end of an episode that hopefully that you know I can either teach something, bring entertainment, put a smile on a face. That's ultimately what's excuse me, what kind of drives all this. Well, thank you, Crimea River. That's ultimately what I told my wife too. Is there's absolutely nothing in this whole universe that would make me want to, you know, cut away time from her and my daughter. So it's one of those that's why I really need to like really focus hard as to those items that can and can't be scaled. Um, if for any reason, if something happens with this channel where you know I be not to I don't know, I don't know if this will sound arrogant or not, but if this channel starts to take off and does better than what even I kind of like hoped, um, I don't want to start doing things that'll, you know, put anybody off from the channel because now I said, yeah, I'm gonna do something and I can't do it. I don't have that kind of personality to where if I make a commitment, I want to be able to do it and do it, to the best of my abilities, not kind of just go out there and do it kind of halfway kind of thing. Well, and Dust Bunny, I very very much thank you for being a subscriber. And nothing, absolutely nothing, um, is necessary. It's one of those that I I'm not even necessarily making the announcement to try and entice anybody. Um, it's just something that I'm going to set up, and if people want to do it, then that's great. If they don't, like, certainly no hard feelings is kind of the sorry there's oh sorry, one of my dogs is having a dream behind me and he's making noises, so I didn't know what he was doing. But no, like I said, um I am eternally grateful for every single person who's a subscriber. Like I said, I when I first started this channel, I never thought I would have 500 subscribers. Never. It's just um, I just thought I'd be kind of talking into the internet and just having fun playing the game, and that's ultimately what I was trying to do, is just have fun playing the game kind of thing. And if people enjoyed the content, then great. But no, I certainly don't want anybody to uh, do anything they can't do or unable to do. So, well, I like I said, I thank you very much, and I like I said, I am always very grateful for. Why is this not picking up? I'm always very grateful for anybody who just wants to be. What is going on here? Anybody who just wants to be a subscriber. That's you know, if I could get if I could get 100 subscribers, half as good as either one of you two, I would be a happy camper. Um, like I said, you two uh, have certainly made this into a very fun community. Um, all the comments that I get from you, and you know ju- just the engagement alone is great. So thank both of you very much. Um, Tell me a lot about the game and enjoy the content you put out there, like chasing like chasing your harvester down the road. So funny story. After I'd posted um, that episode, well, as I mentioned earlier, I had my brother out here, and also a subscriber to the channel, the Forge TCG, and I was telling him about your comment and how because he's also a fellow YouTuber, he gets, well, unfortunately he hasn't made content in a little while. Um, and certainly miss him. But from what I understand, he might be coming back soon. But he was I was telling him the story about the comment, and he's like, oh man, I would like to see the clip, so I had a little bit more context. And after the the clip and showing him that, him and I were just like, that's when it kind of hit him, the comment, and we were just really just laughing almost hysterically, because between the comment and between the video, it was just good times were had. Let's see. So I need to pull in here. There we go. Oh, nice. So almost 13 grand for that. So yeah, you figure that contract right there netted me almost, what, 25 grand ish. Very nice. Yes, yes, the that pesky AI. I swear they're out to get me. I it took me a while to realize that the AI, when I was sending them to deliver to the cell point that I've installed onto this map, I called it McFadden Farms, um, and that's the one that's kind of in the city center, just behind me there. And it didn't occur to me that the AI, when you set them off, it resets the dump mechanism. So instead of doing the tip side left like I had programmed it to do, or at least I thought I had programmed it to do, it was doing tip side back. So I could only imagine the horror that was occurring off screen. It would not have been a pretty sight. And I wish I would have thought about that a little bit better prior to installing it at that specific location. I don't even know what enticed me to put it inside the barn like that, especially a barn that doesn't have a lot of space to begin with. Because there's going to be, I know there's going to be a contract where I have to take like a permanent dump back trailer, like this one here. Uh, if I had to take this trailer there, um, yeah, it would not be good. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. It's oh hey whoa what why? Come on, come on, you can. What is going on here? Did okay? Is it me or did the harvester go through the dryer and shrink? Like, am I losing my mind? Like, watch. For some reason, it's gonna work me going this way. No, it didn't. What is going on here? No. Oh, I'm back in the tractor. Okay, I'm. Hmm. My trailer took steroids. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. Thank you. Oh my goodness. All right, that looks. Oof. All right. Well, whether there's steroids involved or whether there's shrink rays or very large dryers, let's go and sell this. Oh, was there a dip right there? I didn't even notice it. I mean, I know there was one at the other end of the field there. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see it. Oh my goodness. I'll be honest with you. That's part of the reason why I absolutely adore this game. Excuse me. Is you have all those little quirks, those little issues that happen with this game that I mean to me personally just brings such a smile to my face because it's either I laugh or I cry kind of thing with some of them. Honey, I Shrunk the Harvester. Oh, another good movie. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Oh, that's another one I haven't seen in forever. Holy smokes. Rick Moranis. You know what? We've got a Rick Moranis stream going on right now. First we were talking about Spaceballs earlier. Now we're talking about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. This. Oh yeah, this one's going to the cereals out way out where. Oh dear, don't run into me. See, like things like that. That's the exact kind of quirks that I'm talking about with this game. Is you've got like the traffic, and that's one thing I've gotten to into debates. Actually, um I have a cousin who I introduced to this game, and he plays it pretty regularly now. Um, and he's actually my age. He's a year older than me, and he always tells me, "Why do you leave traffic on? Like, why don't you just turn it off and not have to worry about getting run into or things like that?" And I tell him it's like, well, first off, if I turn off the traffic, then it just, to me personally, just makes the map just that little bit boring, like unrealistic. because you're gonna have traffic out, even if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're gonna have traffic, kind of thing. So to me, it's kind of takes away from the realism of farming simulator. Um, but then I also tell them, it's like, well, look, there's in the world we live in today, there's distracted drivers, there's bad drivers, or the whole nine yards. All those things kind of exist, and this game is just doing its job to recreate those, I guess. So it was fun little discussion when we were talking about it way back when. Yes, yes, good wholesome movies without the garbage. 100%. Yes, yeah, and that's the thing too, is it does, it does introduce that for a game that's not intended to be difficult, there are just certain things that just add to the quote unquote difficulty. Like the traffic, like the field shapes, things like that. It just makes the game just that much more entertaining, and just having to kind of overcome those slight challenges, um, but not challenges that are so large that it makes the game unenjoyable, kind of thing. Yes, yes, 100%. The traffic and the pedestrians bring the map to life. That's the best way I've heard it put. Let's see. So, I'm gonna take this back. So, right now I'm at 215,000. I need to I might have to do one more silage contract, and then I'll be in a good position to where I'll be able to pretty safely move on to the next actual edited episode. So I don't know if everyone was in here when I said this earlier, but or if either of you caught it when I was did the live stream yesterday. But one thing that I'm kind of intending these live streams to be is like what we're doing here. We're having a good time and just kind of hanging out and chatting. But the other portion of it is to kind of be the in between the episodes kind of thing, like to show all the hard work that goes into the actual hour long episode, or whatever the length may be, to just show that, hey, everything's above board. What I have heard from others, I haven't experienced this yet, but I've heard people challenging the YouTuber of almost ill-gotten gains. Um, oh, well, you must have cheated in money, or you must have done this, you must have done that. And again, I haven't experienced anything like that from anybody in our community, but to try and be able to combat that from ever rearing its head or anything like that, I want to be able to just, you know, have all the work kind of out in the open, kind of thing. And like I said, kind of give us all a real good opportunity to be able to just hang out and enjoy ourselves. Wow, there's a lot of bumps on this field. I wonder if anybody's actually reported all this to the map maker. Yes, yes, Mr. Sealy P does get that a lot. Um, and actually, he's the one I've experienced that with the most. Saying how he has to cheat money in, or he has to do X, Y, and Z, and really, it's really hard to cheat money in because he plays on console. I believe he plays on a PS5, and I play on an Xbox, the Xbox Series X, and there are obviously some ways to be able to get money, through, like I said before, kind of the ill-gotten gains. One of those, not through the sweat of your brow, quote unquote, as much sweat as can be done from my living room couch kind of thing. Um, but oh, where was I going with that? But it also creates transparency. And I think that's kind of the cool thing about this too is it just you know kind of threefold: creates transparency, creates the ability to kind of hang out with the community, talk with people, and be kind of a more on a one-on-one, uh, or I shouldn't say one-on-one, but more of a real-time basis kind of thing. But and just to be able to try and create more content that some people may or may not find entertaining. So yeah, it's kind of all three of those. Oh, you know what? I need to check my grain mill and see where that's at. Where there it is, up here. Oh, okay. So, oh, this grain mill, this thing is insane. Like I cannot believe. So I don't know if. Oh, sorry, I'm missing some of your comments. Uh, I to an extent agree with you, Dust Bunny, about how they should just go elsewhere. But it's also one of those things like I feel like Mr. Sealy P, and you know what, I shouldn't speak for him or anything like that, um, because I don't know his life, I don't know his work schedule or anything like that. So, um, but I mean, there's always the opportunity to do something like this to where you could hop on and. But you know what, he's far busier than me in regards to the YouTube space. He does the map tours, the uh, mod reviews, and the let's play content and all that stuff. So it's one of those like I can speak from my aspect and how I'm kind of doing this to kind of alleviate that issue or from that becoming an issue. But like I said, I don't necessarily want to speak for him and what he could do, kind of thing. But yeah, I thought he played on a PS5. Bad subscribers are in. Yeah, yeah. That's why I I'm doing my best to try and have kind of like the community that we have so far. And obviously, the more we grow and the more this channel kind of expands, you're gonna get those kind of people that just come into the fold and you know kind of bring the tempo down in the room, kind of thing. But it's one of those that at the end of the day, um, or in my case, I try and just go ahead and try and alleviate those problems from existing, like I'm trying to do here, but at the same time also trying to know that I'll never be able to please everybody. So it's one of those that I'm just gonna you know do my thing and create the content that one that I would enjoy, and hopefully that others will enjoy. And I've found a great community of people so far that seem to enjoy it. So it's one of those uh, uh, at the end of the day, there's always going to be people who complain and want to kind of whine and cry about certain things. And there are times when that complaining is could be valid, but it's one of those that sometimes that also just needs to be ignored. So that's kind of the approach I was taking with this particular series. Yeah, it's really sad how he tries to address it. He's tried addressing it several times, um, and it's one of those that it's almost to the point with him that he should almost stop addressing it, kind of thing. Because, like I said, there's no making everybody happy, and with the community that he has, having like I think he has almost 100,000 subscribers or like that. There's going to be so many people and so many different tastes and wants and needs from the content that, you know, it's going to be impossible for him to be able to really uh, make all those people happy. So he should just I don't want to speak for him, and I don't want to sound like I'm Mr. Know It All or anything like that. That's the absolute last thing I want to sound like. But I guess at the end of the day, he should try and just not let them bother it, you know, and just make the content that he wants. And I think he makes great content. He's actually the one who inspired me to do this. It's watching his content and enjoying it as much as I do. And like I said earlier, I don't get to catch it as much. Um, I I owe him a lot, in regards to kind of inspiring me to, you know, get off my tuchus and really kind of, take the steps necessary to get to where I am today. So it's one of those that, if I could, talk to him directly, I'd certainly want to thank him, uh, for being that kind of inspiration, kind of thing. And that's honestly, Dust Bunny. That's honestly what kind of, made me hesitant about doing the live streams. Um, is the potential for people not to necessarily want to interact on them or be a part of them or anything like that. So it's just one of those kind of worries of, how well that this kind of content would be received. Um, but that's also something that, was kind of more of a kind of my own mindset. I had to kind of get out of my own head to be like, no, I'm my job with this channel is to create content, and however that content may be. So, like I put out a poll the other day, um, kind of asking the question, how would people feel? And only a few people responded, and I didn't expect there to be tons and tons of people, but it was one of those that the vast majority of people who did respond said, yeah, we would like to see this kind of content. And I've been thinking about it for a while, kind of doing this stuff, and I think the stars just kind of aligned to where, it just worked out worked out nicely, kind of thing. So I'm pretty happy so far with the results, um, and it also creates the opportunity to have less dry spells, because what was happening there for a while is I would create the content to be able to you know, build up an episode, and there would be times where I would have to uh, go a couple of days without putting anything together because of having to do things like this, having to put in the effort to build up the money so I could do the next thing, uh, the next grand kind of purchase, or the uh, whatever the plan was for that particular episode. So it's also going to create the opportunity, I think, to, when this Let's Play kind of runs its course, um, going on to a different map that I wouldn't necessarily have chosen, um, like a map necessarily with like larger fields or something like that, because there's several maps that I would love to be able to do. Like I know Mr. Sealy P, he's doing the Carpathian countryside map, and that map is just stunningly beautiful. And honestly, had he not chosen to do that map when he did, um, that was the map I was going to choose to do instead of the Valley of the Old Farm. And when I saw that he actually started doing the Let's Play of it, I didn't want to kind of like piggyback on his coattails for it. So I decided to do this one. And don't get me wrong, this is a stunning map too. So I'm certainly glad I did do this, but I'm also very aware that because the Carpathian countryside is such huge fields, I didn't necessarily want to uh, have days upon days upon days of no content because of how large those fields are and how long those contracts will take. Um, and I feel like that's what Mr. Sealy P is running into now, is that there's so much behind the scenes work that he's having to do that will lead to, a day off here, a day off there kind of thing, just to be able to have enough of the resources necessary to move on to the next edited content kind of thing. So I think that this kind of provides me the opportunity to be able to uh, work on contracts and not have that potential downtime kind of thing. Let's see. Oh, I don't know how much is. Let's see. At one point, Mr. Silverplay was getting depressed because of rude people. I'm just glad he finally decided. Yeah, and I remember him talking about that, the rude people getting to him like that, and I'll be honest with you, I felt so bad for him. He seems like such a genuinely nice guy that to think that somebody out there is kind of weighing him down was, just such a bummer for to kind of think about like that. Instead of content creators just being a voice, like the Wizard of Oz, they hear on a video live streams give us a chance to know the real person behind the voice. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the cool thing as well, is we doing the live streams doesn't necessarily have to discuss Farming Simulator at all. That's kind of the cool thing um, behind this is, we can get on here and talk about like what we were doing earlier, talk about movies, talk about Spaceballs and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, things like that. It doesn't have to only be about Farming Simulator. And don't get me wrong, I love this game, and I could talk about it for hours, hours and hours and hours. And ask anybody who knows me, I probably have. So yeah, it's one of those that, um, I just felt like this was the right time to really kind of, you know, buckle down and, really kind of, you know, get this train rolling kind of thing. I'd been avoiding doing the live streams for quite some time, and I mentioned him earlier, the Forge TCG, my brother, he he'd been encouraging me for a while, like, hey, you should do live streams. It gives you an opportunity to really kind of connect with your subscribers, and they kind of get to know the person behind the voice, kind of thing. um, and I after doing, now I'm in the middle of my second one, I don't know why I hesitated so long, or why I kind of procrastinated so long on this. It was, I guess, kind of silly on my part to kind of be um, kind of, I don't want to say down on the idea, but just kind of to be so hesitant. It's one of those, I wish I would have just done it, and you know given the opportunity to expand like this. And yeah, it's just kind of a cool thing. Uh, I'm glad you chose this map as well. Oh, almost hitting the pole. Everybody, yes, that is definitely the flavor of the week right now. Is Carpathian Countryside, and when I was getting ready to choose this one, it really wasn't like it had just come out and whatnot, and there was uh, maybe some of the smaller creators like myself, that were really kind of doing it, but it really kind of took off, I think, when Mr. Sealy P uh, got their hands on it. So I recognize that you know as soon as some of the bigger creators touched it, then it's going to be really popular for everybody to try and do. So that's what kind of drove me. It's like, if he's going to do this map, and some of the other bigger content creators are also doing it as well, then I'm probably going to just go in a different direction, kind of thing. Because yeah, it's certainly one of those things that I don't want to necessarily get into an oversaturated map pool kind of thing. And let's see what else. Wish content creators would choose maps that were a bit off the mainstream instead of everybody playing the same. Yeah, and that's something I noticed too. Is excuse me, uh, a lot of the and I was guilty of that too, but it was mainly because I really wanted to try it. When Giants put out their most recent, uh, what was it, DLC, or the year one map, Silver Run Forest. Um, I really wanted to try it because all the cool features and all that stuff. But it was one of those that when, uh, at the same time everybody was doing it. But I think I kind of caught the tail end of everyone kind of doing it, and I was several weeks behind because I was in the middle of another Let's Play. When that excuse me, let me clear my throat just real quick. Oh, that's better. But yeah, everyone was doing the Silver Run Forest, and doing all that stuff. I just decided that I'll continue my Let's Play, and you know go to the kind of, I think it was like the 30 episode mark at that point, and then just kind of go from there. So it ended up working out very nicely, I think, in the end. Let's see. Do. Let's Field 5. Where is that one? Field 5. Where are you? Oh, that's right down the street. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. And Yeah, those fields are massive. They're absolutely massive. There's been a map that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. Um, Calmson's Farm, or yeah, I think it's Calmson's Farm. And before I started doing YouTube, that was my map of choice. That map I absolutely adore. And I wanted to do it for quite some time and actually do like a let's play on it. But what am I doing? Oh, that's coming here. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Um, but I was. Oh, I didn't borrow the equipment. I pressed the X button and not the Y button. Cancel. Ah, shoot. Oh well. I guess I can't win them all. Um, but the reason that I was so hesitant about doing Calmsden was because of how large the fields were, and I recognized, like I mentioned earlier, how I would be completely unable to have content out for several days at a time. Um, and when you're building a channel like this, everyone that I've talked to has always told me the most important thing that you can do is be consistent. Always putting out content and not letting your channel go dry for days or weeks on end, kind of thing. So, and it makes absolute sense when it was being explained to me. Um, so I really wanted to uh, avoid that potential pitfall with Colmson's Farm, and I've got so many ideas to be able to do on that map. Things I've done like on my private gameplays, back in the past, and into hopefully into the future. Um, but yeah, no, it just, long story short. I feel like these live streams are really going to open up a new opportunity for any map that comes out, regardless of its field shapes, its sizes, anything like that. I'll be able to, actually consider them and do them and have fun without necessarily, oh, come on, without potentially harming the channel, kind of thing. Oh, I think we lost Crimea River. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see them in the participation list anymore. But Crimea River, if you're hearing this, I hope you have a fantastic night. Um, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Wow, blanking out right now. Live stream. That's the word. I hope you enjoyed it. It was an absolute ball. Oh, you're still here. Oh, that's great. I'm sorry. For some reason, so one of the tools I use is a tool called Streamlabs, and it gives me a list of all the people that are in the chat. Right now, it's only showing me 2 viewers are here, myself and Dust Bunny. So when I didn't see your name on the list, I just assumed you had gone. But I'm glad you're still here. Oh, okay, cool. There it goes. So either do you have any plans for the rest of the weekend? Or are you just gonna be hanging out and relaxing, or get anything cool going on for the rest of the weekend? Not like there's a whole bunch of the weekend left, but there's still Sunday. Uh, oh, it's all the way. Okay, so we'll go this way, cut through the farm, and I just realized with all this talking I've been doing, I'm really thirsty. I'm gonna mute the mic just real fast and take a drink of water. Oh man, it's so much better. Sorry, I had to take a drink there. I realized that I've been talking for almost an hour and a half now, and realized I was starting to get the dry mouth. Do I have to do it? Yeah, it's really hot right now. I'm actually down in Florida, and yeah, the heat and humidity. I completely feel you on that. Um, I'm sorry about the how it affects your lungs. That's a real bummer. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading everybody's. I'm combining everybody's messages. Um, oh, South Carolina, South Carolina. So yeah, it's yeah. I uh, actually visited. Was it Charleston? Oh, now I can't even remember. Yeah, sorry about that. I read your message and then read right into Dust Bunnies and didn't realize that I it was swapped around. But no, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I'd taken a trip to South Carolina not too long ago. I think it was Charleston, um, where we were uh, where we're at. We actually had done like a whole kind of sweep up the kind of East Coast because, like I said, I'm down in Florida, um, and we were in what was it, Savannah, and then up to Charleston. Uh, Spent a few days in each area. It was real nice up there. I really kind of enjoyed it when we'd gone to the Carolina, the Charleston area. I can talk, y'all. I swear. Was very nice. But yeah, Arkansas. Oh, that gets pretty rough too. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, hey, what? No, come on. Hey, let me go. When trailers attack. Let's see. Yeah, my wife and I, we were there. It's actually before our daughter was born. Um, so she's actually a year and a half now, and yeah, I mean we went there and it was such a cool town. And me personally, I'm not huge on cities. I'm originally from Michigan, and I was born and raised in a very small town. Um, Sorry, I just need to clear my throat one more time. Sorry about that. Um, but yeah, lived in a very small town. There was only like at the time I was there, it was only maybe a couple of thousand people that lived there, and from there I ended up moving up to Florida back in 2003, 2004, and been here for the most part ever since. But going from Michigan to where I'm at in Florida, it's very much that kind of big city feel. So be, Sorry, I kind of trailed off there. Um, but growing up in the country, like I did, I really kind of didn't get the kind of affinity for big cities kind of thing. But when I went to Charleston, it was actually very kind of nice how it was all kind of laid out. It wasn't like I didn't get that kind of overwhelming feel that I kind of tend to get when I'm in cities. Dust Bunny, to answer your question, so there's ways to be able to collect straw um, on console that I'm aware of. There is the oh, what is it called? I can't remember. It's under belts. Oh yes, the forge pickup. This I'm aware of will pick up contract straw, but I'm not aware of another item that will actually pick it up. Um, at least as far as I'm aware. Um, so there's occasions when I do pick up the straw, but then what ends up happening, especially for like let's play purposes, um, the amount of straw that you get from all the contracts and whatnot, it gets a whole lot very quickly. So I tend to leave it on there unless I specifically will state, I'm gonna pick up contract straw, or I'm gonna pick up, kind of use it for my own purposes, kind of thing. So on this particular Let's Play, I've kind of been leaving it as is. I haven't been actually picking it up. But yeah, that lizard forge pickup, that thing, that is an amazing mod. Being able to just pick up whatever product off the ground, and actually, I'll let you in on a little secret. That is going to come into play later on in the series, but not with the straw. Uh, yeah, like I said, I've got several plans kind of worked out at the moment, and um, that's definitely going to be one of them. How is this one? So I think I can go like. You know what? I'll do one more headland and save my AI worker from. So yeah, I'll do a second headland. That way I don't have to babysit the AI when I turn them loose. let's see. So I'm gonna have to unload the trailer or unload the harvester before the end of the second headland. Wow, I don't think I've ever noticed just how steep this field is. Whew. Okay, well. Oh yeah, for sure. I know there's like the straw accessories mod that you can utilize straw for. There's a couple of the manure mods as well. Uh, those all like I will like I said, I will use the forage pickup to pick up the straw occasionally. Um, but I've found that in the past I build up so much product so fast that it doesn't leave that kind of like struggle factor that's involved. And with the way that I kind of, I'll be honest, I made mention of this in the last stream, but I'm kind of torn about the grain mill that I installed. Um, Not to kind of trail off, but it's kind of related. The reason I'm kind of torn about that particular uh, mod is just how much product it produces, and how much access it has to other products that aren't normally part of that particular production. So that one does cakes, it does breads, it does uh, as byproducts chaff, stones, and pig feed. And that was the whole reason why I installed it originally, was because of the pig feed, so I could start doing pigs on the pig farm. Well, I didn't realize until after it started running just how much product it was producing. It takes like 18 liters a wheat in and does 20 liters of every one of those products I listed afterwards out. And this whole kind of series has been kind of hinged upon how there's that kind of struggle factor involved. And I mean, it's inevitable with every gameplay that you do in this game, is you eventually work your way out of having to struggle, and you eventually build up to the ability to be more self-sustaining, like be less of a struggle. There's always that kind of tipping point where you just kind of naturally fall off and into more just kind of doing things to do them kind of thing. But I don't know. I felt like that particular mod really, I don't want to say necessarily broke the theme of this particular Let's Play, because when I first started this Let's Play, I had the property and the truck, the TLX 2020 pickup truck, and that's it. That's all I had. So it was kind of the whole point of the series was kind of be a survival map without it being a forestry map kind of thing. Um, and because that one does so much, I felt like it kind of broke the the mold kind of thing that I had set up for myself on this map. But what I had committed to doing was not using any of the additional recipes, like for the cake, for the bread, because one of the recipes for cake was flour in and cake out kind of thing. So it just seemed too powerful, is probably the best way I could put it. And yeah, so I think what I'm going to end up doing is eventually, if I decide to expand beyond the flour mill component of it, maybe just go with the base game bakery kind of thing, whatever's built onto the map kind of thing. Just catching up with the chat. Into the next field. I just read that. Yeah, yeah. I've had that happen several times. Oh, as you know, it was in the last episode. As a matter of fact, found my harvester just out in the middle of nowhere. Don't know why that happened. It's 19 on PS4. My son got me started. I played for 6 months, and then FS22 came out, so I bought a PC. Nice. That's actually, yes, yes. This map, I honestly I think it's because of all the grass care contracts that come available on this map, that really kind of created the tipping point uh, of being able to turn that corner and to finally get out of that kind of grind kind of thing. Those those particular ones, especially once I started stopped collecting all the product and turned it straight into using the excess to sell. Um, yeah, that was like the huge kind of turnaround point. Uh, it worked out very nicely, but yeah, it's kind of the great thing, the other of the many that I've mentioned tonight. But that's another great thing about this game is, you know, you don't necessarily have to play the same way every single time. You can set up little scenarios for yourself, or you can do specific type of farming, or you can it's such a unique experience every single time you turn on the game, kind of thing. So it's really nice to be able to have a game with that kind of dynamic playability. um, you don't get that too often. Like, so for many, many, many years, I used to play the EA Sports NHL series, and used to wait every single year until, whoa, what is going on here? Used to wait every single year until like October-ish, is when the series typically came out. So I would, wait until midnight, or, way back in the day before it was really kind of popular just to be able to download the games. I'd wait until midnight, go to the local store, and buy the game and all that stuff. And I eventually just stopped buying it, and here recently, as a matter of fact. And a lot of the reason why I stopped buying it was because it was eventually turning into a kind of game where it was the same game year after year, literally the same game. It had the same cutscenes, the same, the only thing that would tend to change are rosters and announcers, kind of thing. And even that was very limited. So this one, like, yeah, you got your tractors, your harvesters, you got your base game equipment. But what really makes this game special is being able to have the mod hub. And I remember when the mod, or when FS22 was coming out and FS19 was kind of on its way out, and reading some of the blog posts and reading some of the talk around FS22 when it was first coming out is, oh man, are we going to have the mod hub? Are we going to have the mod hub? That's so important. We've got to have that mod hub. And I ended up just reading so much about people like really concerned about whether or not we were going to have the mod hub feature. And I mean, and yeah, if I truly believe that if there was no mod hub, there would be no farming simulator. I don't think Giants would be able to produce a game good enough to kind of win people over not having that. What is going on with this harvester? And don't get me wrong, the game itself is fantastic. It like fantastic. I've said it several times now, just this stream alone. But I think what really kind of tips it over the edge is the mod hub and having the ability for people to create content that isn't part of the base game, and being able to, um, well, I mean, just like this YouTube channel, just have a community of people that can come together and, really expand and make this into a unique experience that anybody, regardless of skill level, regardless of, um, really anything, can come on and enjoy. And that's when I was introducing this to my cousin a while back. That's pretty much how I sold it to him was, look, there's a lot involved with this game, but it doesn't matter if you know every little thing. You don't have to know every little thing. You just have to be willing to learn and to kind of take one step at a time, kind of thing. And it's such a dynamic game that you will never play the same game the next day when you put down the controller, kind of thing. Nope, there we go. Yes, yes, 100%. Set yourself a challenge to not use mods and realize just how fast you desperately need them. Yes. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. Well, I mean, I played this game when it was, first came out, and I bought it, day one kind of thing, and so I can't imagine not having the mods, but I couldn't imagine having the mods we have now and then all of a sudden not being able to use them. Rust, I'm sorry, Rusty Money Gaming List. I haven't heard of that. Is that like another YouTuber, or is that what is that? Lasted about 10 minutes. Yeah, yeah, I could only imagine how quick I would just kind of nope out of that one. That would be incredibly rough. Oh wow, I just realized I'm on about, oh, just crossed the 2 hour mark for the recording. But you know what? What is going on? Why are you doing this to me? I was getting ready to say thank you again both so much for hopping on, and I hope that you've enjoyed the stream so far. Um, it's been, personally, I've had a ball, sitting chatting with you too, and you know like I said, it, it's people like you two who are making the community, this particular community, this channel, such a special experience. So again, thank you both so much. Oh, a Discord channel, okay. Lasted longer than you would have. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, yeah, probably about 60 seconds is probably what I would have realistically been able to last on that kind of a challenge before. I couldn't handle it. It's one of those like it's it's funny. Mr. Seeley P has mentioned this a couple of times. How we as players are spoiled. I think is how he put it. Um, when it comes to all the things that are part of this game, you think back to years past and the how the production system in this year's game was like the big crowning achievement. And you now talk to players and they're kind of ho hum about the whole production chains and stuff like that. And it's like, well, we didn't have this last year. So to be able to take your product and to convert it into something else, there were modders who did something kind of similar to the production chains. Um, like Shaba was a good example. How I think if I remember it correctly, they basically took the animal system from last year's FS19, not last year's, but last iteration's FS19, and essentially used it to then create what we now know as factories or the production chains. And it would like you're very limited as to what it was you could do with those types of factories, kind of thing, to where now there's like the sky is the limit on the on the production chains. You can literally imagine it, make it, mod it, done. And yeah, it's one of those. I found it funny just how he put it. It's like, you know, this was a new thing not even a year ago, and now people are acting like, oh, well, it's no big deal. And no, it is. It's a huge deal because it gives us something beyond just farming. We can actually do things. Well, I'm so glad, Crummy River. I'm so glad that you've had fun, and and Dust Bunny, you too. I'm so glad that this has been an enjoyable experience. Um, like I said, that was my whole hope with this channel when I first decided I was going to do this. Oh, see, this harvester is just plotting against me. I don't know what is going on with it. Why the worker is wanting to stay so far. This is actually kind of the first time this has ever happened to me. Um, shoot, I trailed off there. What was I saying? Oh, when I first created this channel, I just like I said, I just wanted to be able to entertain. That was it. I just wanted to know that I was creating something that somebody out there was going to find of value, kind of thing. And if more than just my wife decided that, hey, this is something I want to watch, then great. But it's kind of turned into something that was even beyond what I imagined to this point. Um, like I said, and I think probably every single one of my thank you videos, for 300 subscribers, 400 subscribers, 500, I never thought I would even get this far with the number of subscribers, with the number of kind words and the people that I've met up to this point. Um, all that being said, just this has wildly outpaced my expectations up until this point. So yeah, no, it's specifically subscribers like the two of you that has really kind of encouraged me to not only continue to do this, but to work as hard as I do at it. Because I've mentioned several times I'm a father, I'm a husband, so I've got a very limited window as to when I can do this, which is typically after 9 o'clock at night and going on into about whenever my brain says, okay, you need to shut down now. So there's been a while now where I've been up until 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and waking up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, to do everything all over again, whether it's to go off to work, wake up with my daughter, whatever the case may be. Um, so it's just one of those that, you know, seeing such positivity and such, uh, oh, I did hire her. I'm sorry. Um, I just saw that no, there we go. Uh, I noticed I started slowing down and couldn't realize why. It was because I hired a worker and just zoned out. But, oh shoot, what was I saying? That's the one thing I realized that, um, I'm going to have to get a lot better at when doing these live streams is trying to keep a cohesive thought. Um, trying to stay on one topic for however, until that topic is done. Because I have a real bad habit of, you know, splintering off and going on many different conversations kind of thing. Um, so yeah, I'm going to have to get better about that. So, uh, oh, so that's what I was saying. I hoped I was going to get back to it. But staying up until like 1, 2, 3 in the morning, just doing what I had to do to create the content, and a lot of that was because the old equipment that I had when I first started the channel. Um, a lot of the equipment I had when I first started was very, very old. I had an old laptop, so it took hours to render a video. So I'd do a lot of the editing at night, and then once everything was said and done, I would just set it up overnight to just sit there and run and have something to post for the next day, kind of thing. Um, I have since upgraded my laptop, and that's much, much better now that I can, instead of taking 6 to 8 hours to make a let's play video, it's now maybe 30 minutes. So it's a significant improvement. Um, and it's one of those that, um, the kind words that you all have given me over the past several months, and the community of people that we're building here, has encouraged me to continue to work this hard, kind of thing. And now we're to the point to where we're actually able to do some creating, you know be, uh, monetarily, being able to invest into the channel, and to continue to grow the channel. And what is continue to grow the channel and be able to maybe start doing some really cool things, that I couldn't necessarily do before, uh, when it was just me, kind of thing. So it's one of those that I really look forward to what we can potentially do in the future, kind of thing. Well, again, thank you both so much. I just caught up with your comments there, and how you say you appreciate it. It's, um, yeah, the feeling's mutual. Like, I kind of carried on there for a little bit, but yeah, no, I do greatly appreciate you know every one of my subscribers, but you two have far and away been the most engaged with the channel, and keeping me in high spirits, and you know engaging with all the content and the comments and all that stuff up until this point, and now we've spent I've been recording for over 2 hours now, and we spent the majority of that time together, just going back and forth. Um, yeah, it's been something to really kind of you know rein not reinvigorate, but to like really kind of pumps me up and makes me really want to do this and really want to uh, keep it up and keep up the high pace kind of thing. Let's see. So where all this going? Probably should have. Nope. What? Nope. What? Wow, my brain just kind of melted right there. Oh, is this going back to the cereal place? Okay. So yeah, it's just down the road a ways. That works out. No. Why? Why? Why, worker, do you hate me so? So what's funny is that it's only ever done this at this field. I've never had this issue on any other field before. I could just turn the worker loose. And you know what? I was so worried about, making two passes on the headland so I had an area to turn around in. I The worker was like, "Nope, we're gonna mess with you a little bit. We're not gonna let you, do all this work and not have to babysit us." Let's see. All right. Well, we're almost done with this contract. Be able to send this along and kind of go from there. Ooh, 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 there we go. There we go. Awesome. All right. So let's go load this into the trailer. Oh, there it is over there. So out of curiosity, what would you two think? I've been kicking around the idea of after this let's play kind of runs its course and I'm all finished with it. I was thinking about putting out like a community post for you know what next map should I put, and then kind of leaving it up to the community to be able to voice their opinion as to uh, which one was worked on. What would you two think of doing something like that, kind of like a little uh, why am I blanking on the name? Like a little democratic vote of the community. And this wouldn't be for, a little while now, because we're on what, episode 17. We're technically in between episodes 17 and 18 at this point. Um, so this one I think still has quite a bit of leg left on it. So I don't want to you know talk as if this one's ending anytime soon. But uh, I was just thinking about how to best choose the next map kind of thing, and maybe see if there was kind of a way to get the community involved in the next one kind of thing. Whoa, 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 whoa! Fishtail. That's the only problem about this particular JCB is when it's fully loaded. Like, it's nice when you're able to kind of run around the map at 40 miles an hour. That is nice. But it's kind of weird how it takes so long to spin up to that 40 miles an hour. And I think I was talking about this the other day. Um, Especially when you're like towing something that's fully loaded. Just never seems to kind of get to where you want it to get to. Like, it almost seems like it just doesn't have the power necessary to be able to do what you want it to do, kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And then pull in here. So we got 37,500 liters. We are at. So I don't know if you all knew this trick. That I found out that roughly you get to keep roughly 10% of the product off of contracts. So if you take the total number that you get off a contract, if you harvest everything like fully to the contract being 80%, and you take 10% off of the total value. So I've got 37,500 here and 1,200 there, so roughly about 38,600. So I should be able to keep roughly 10% of that, which would be what, about 3,000, about 3,800 ish, is when the contract should complete. So because I don't have all the product in here, it's going to be about 2,000 change. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, roof. Alright, we're going to have to let this trailer go all the way back down. There we go. 2,293 plus the 1,000 I've got over at that field will get me about that 3,800 that I just mentioned. So kind of a cool little tip I picked up on, not too terribly long ago. Probably should have picked up on it sooner. I mean, but alright. Just kind of squeak our way around, maybe. I'm slowing down, come on. And this is when traffic comes in the other direction and clobbers me out of the way. Let's see. Oh, hey. I just realized. I'm sorry. Y'all have been talking to me, and I didn't realize. Looks like the chat needed to be refreshed. Um, if you could do a poll where subscribers could type in the names and maps. Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Like, kind of make it like an open poll kind of thing. Try it and just see how it goes. Or some other content creators list 4 or 5 maps on the poll, and people choose that way. Yeah, no, that's a good one too. Seen that done before, tried it and failed. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why it kind of the chat seemed to get hung up there for a little while, and it just left. The last comment that I saw was, "Oh man, I'm actually way behind." Let's see. Hold on, where was I? Okay, I was. Oh wow, I was way behind. Uh, let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't even see this. Okay, so Dust Bunny, you asked, does my wife play? No, no, she doesn't play. Um, it's actually funny, but when I first started playing this, she, I mean, well, kind of in general, she doesn't really get the whole video gaming thing. There was a short window in which she kind of liked to play video games, but her big thing is the like the phone games. Um, but no, really kind of console gaming or computer gaming, she never really got too much into. So she, oh hey, there's a trailer there. Oh, turn. There we go. So yeah, no, she just never really got into it. There were certain games though, and in particular certain consoles that she's had interest in, like the Nintendo Switch. She was kind of interested in that for a little while, and I think still is. But just one of those that, um, she could never. Um, she could never get off her wallet to get herself something nice. So it's probably one of those things that when some kind of special occasion comes around, I'll uh, end up getting it for her for like a birthday or for anniversary or something. Because she's always been like telling me how she would love to play like Mario Kart or something like that for the Switch, but never, wants to actually go out and invest in the purchase of the system. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's see. It's hard to get good help these days. Yes. Oh, I'm skipping around. Uh, down the road a ways, halfway across the map. I think the AI is having problems with the field because it slopes a lot. You know what? That's honestly that's probably the case. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense to me. Um, it's hard to get good help these days. Kids nowadays don't have a clue how to work. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I'll agree with that 100%. Okay, and that's when I caught up is doing the poll. Oh, and there's more down here. I've seen that before, done before. Just trying to. Okay, yeah, I read that. My daughter-in-law prefers to play games on her tablet. Yep, yep. For a while there, my wife had a tablet, and she basically the only reason she got it was to play video games, like Bejeweled and things like that. She likes those kind of just tapping games. Um, and I mean, we ended up buying the tablet with a specific purpose. Like she was going to use it for X, Y, and Z reasons, and then ended up just turning into her little gaming tablet when she laid down in bed at night, kind of thing. Yes, they do have the FS23. And I've seen a lot of the bigger YouTubers like DJ Goham or I don't think Mr. CLP has done any big FS23 content, but there's like Driver 53, I think Clutch Simulations as well. Um, they've all kind of showed how the FS23 and how it like interacts and things you can do with it. Um, but yeah, I don't know if she would necessarily be kind of interested in this particular game because she like I said, she's more into like the Mario Karts or the things like that. Oh, I almost missed my turn. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, they're really expensive. You know, I was actually considering maybe hitting a couple like pawn shops or something like that in our local area, and see what I can do about maybe getting it that way, and maybe kind of better encourage her because I know it's something that she said several times that she would like, um, but it's just one of those that you know she's she's a wonderful woman, and she's one of those type of people who will money isn't an issue with her when it comes to other people. If there was somebody in need, she would give our last penny to help them out if it would help. But if it's anything to do with herself, if it's anything to do with something that she wants, then she'll sit there and like, no, we don't need it. No, it's okay. No, this, no, that. So oftentimes I have to kind of be like, no, you deserve you deserve this, you deserve that, and I'll have to go out and kind of go on her behalf to get it. So it's one of those kind of things where I just have to, you know, be the gift giver, which I don't mind doing. I like to, you know, treat her treat her to something nice whenever I can. But let's see. But I tell you what, it is, let's see, 12:30 over here, and I think I've been recording for almost 2.5 hours now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start ending the stream. But again, I want to thank both of you so much. It was an absolute blast hanging out with the two of you and getting to chat and really kind of engage and a little bit something more than just the comments that we get to do back and forth. But yeah, time for bed. I agree with you. Um, but no, like I was saying, it was great talking to you too, and being able to interact and do something more than just the comments back and forth. And I look forward to, continuing to do these kind of streams. Going into the future, I think that this might actually turn into kind of a regular staple on the channel. Um, for the simple fact is I'm enjoying it. Even if it's only ever the two of or the three of us, kind of thing, just kind of hanging out and talking. You know, it's one of those that you know it was very fun, very very fun. But let's see. Thank you for the chat and the harvesting. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm really glad. I'm very very glad. Um, you know, More than likely, there's not going to be a stream tomorrow. That's when I'm actually going to record the episode 18. So we'll see how that kind of shapes up, and kind of goes from there. But like I said, it's not going to be like an everyday kind of thing. I am going to try and get better about scheduling the streams so that everybody kind of has at least a few hour heads up as to when the streams are going to become available. Um, and I think that'll kind of uh, help alleviate that whole notification issue for YouTube, because I know that's been like a very common thing, is that nobody gets notified for when streams happen and all that stuff, and a lot of people tend to circumvent it using the scheduling system. So yeah, like I said, it was great hanging out with you, and I hope you all have a great night and take care.